Hello again, friends. Hello again after a long time. I have been threatening to play this game since before December, and I am finally going to do it. I always make good on my threats, which seems very appropriate for this particular game. This is Hooked on You, the Dead by Daylight dating sim. Starting a new game. I've literally never played this before, so this is a first time. Sapphy. Hopefully nothing has changed in my settings and I'm still audible and the game's still audible and everything's still fine. Here we are. Sapphy. Cough, cough, cough. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat as if you'd nearly drowned. Didn't this say it was going to be, like, my perfect vacation? Well, I guess it still could be. I get the feeling this is a character that is into choking, and if they're not now, they soon will be. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from, or a single fact about your life. Okay, so we're an amnesiac character. What you do know is that, despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. That is true to life. That is how beaches make me feel. Cough, cough. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Wait, so the narrator is talking to us? Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Oh, okay. So it's the ocean that is talking to us? Oh no, the ocean is separate. Whoa, not now, ocean. Sorry, Sapphy, may I continue? Please go on, says I. Well, that was extremely ominous. Cough, cough. As I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Is it my own body? Ah! Okay. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. Turn on some content classification for this stream because it hasn't enabled some automatically for the game. What will you do? Oh, here we go. Alright, first decision. Huh. Well, I'm open to suggestions. I am going to... Let's go for a run. Oh wait. Go somewhere different. You turn away from this wretched sight and begin to run. But the beach, it's endless. Despite how far you run, you get nowhere. Exhausted, you stop and look behind you, your footsteps erased by the soft blue waves. You turn inland, considering your lack of options, You've got no choice but to walk into the brush. However, the beauty of the beach is not shared by the darkness of the palmy woods before you. There's nothing inviting about that shadowy forest. Terror freezes you in your steps. Ocean, why are you trying to run away? This is paradise. Yeah, unsurprisingly, the ocean and I have different definitions of paradise. You're here to enjoy yourself, don't you know? Have a little bit of fun. Take charge of your own experience. That ocean voice, I'm giving it a try. Well, that was sure weird, that voice again. Do oceans normally talk? Your memory isn't right, but you're pretty sure you remember learning as a child that oceans do not speak directly to people in spooky terms. That's true, I did learn that in school. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. Oh, it's a ball. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. The huntress. Little help, please? You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. That is a very accurate representation of my response when I'm being hunted by Huntress in Dead by Daylight. And we've got the whole crew here. Trapper. He usually plays the Trapper. I don't want to romance the Trapper though. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you. Fire your eyes. Well, that's a way to start. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at the monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy ass monsters though. Voice in my head, you do not lie. What do you do? Alright. Well, I guess we gotta toss it back, right? They want it. We don't want to anger the killers. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty. That's okay. It's natural. Is it? Is there anything natural about this? The spirit. Try hard much? Blech. I think this is the spirit here. She's unimpressed. They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they are looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Sapphy. You were made for this. Pretty natural to be sweaty. It is pretty natural to be sweaty. Well, geez. If the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's going to be alright. With no good reason not to go, you decide to head over and see what happens next. Damn straight I do. Seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. That could be good or bad. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. Trapper's the jock, I guess. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Looks like it's best to just go with what Trapper says, and when he says it, that's policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Well, she seems lovely. Imagine her being kind of chipper. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? Deep sigh from the Wraith. That was Wraith. That sigh means he was done with the game too. Either that, or he saw a butterfly or something. Oh, he's the cool, quiet, mysterious type. I don't care why that slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? Wow. Those are some pretty intense eyes the Trapper has got. Huntress, you know you can't. At least not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey Sapphy, you might wanna, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. Oh, are we gonna be timed? Is it gonna be like a quick time event? Let's see. Whoa! How attractive would you say you are? I don't know. I'm a very cute avatar. I'd say I'm very attractive. What do you think very attractive is compared to this? Trapper flexes his muscles, and his muscles are so tight you can practically see the blood running through his veins. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Kind of like super strength. Let's go with that. Huntress has mommy energy. Yeah, there's a reason I named this stream what I did. We are definitely attempting a Huntress run. Super strength would be cool. Strength isn't all about muscles. True strength is up here. You expect Trapper to point to his head, but instead he taps one of his bulging shoulders. Actually, I fully intended him to point to his shoulders. Moxie, Sapphy, how are you doing? I am doing okay, Moxie, thank you for asking. How are you? Are you well? I saw you playing earlier, did you have fun? It's specifically in these muscles. Nobody gives a shit about your calves. Oh, Trapper doesn't do leg day. Well, he and I are gonna have a disagreement on about fitness routines. Never ever skip leg day. What was your best subject in school? It was history, out of those options. Nice. It's important to know what came before that so we are not doomed to repeat humanity's mistakes. I mean, we will anyways, but still. Well, that was kind of too real, Spirit. I am good. Just finished eating dinner, and I'm setting in for watching folks stream. I had fun with playing Legend of Grimrock and painting robots. I didn't see the painting robots, I just saw some of Grimrock. But I'm glad you're doing well, and I'm glad you had fun. And I hope your dinner was delicious. I had dinner earlier, and it was quite delicious. I had breakfast for dinner. I had bacon and egg and hash brown and English muffins, and it was delightful. What's your favorite animal? Oh, this is a tough choice, but we'll go cat. Definitely cat. We love breakfast for dinner, and it was super tasty. Yeah, breakfast for dinner is a great treat. And then sometimes I have leftovers from dinner that I eat the next day, and so I also enjoy dinner for breakfast. Definitely a cat. Oh. What? Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm the typical cute goth girl, I have some specific love of all things cats, and more specifically black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. Oh, no, Spirit, just lean into it. Be the stereotypical goth girl. What's your favorite color? One of these is not a color. My favorite color is azure, which is a kind of blue. Blue isn't good for productivity. Makes people want to be lazy. What's your dream job? What is the meme? I don't dream of labor. We get to do what we really want. Why work at all? It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations, to climb the ladder. Only she could spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade. These damn millennials. I get the feeling my honest answers are going to be really popular with the Spirit. Best flavor of ice cream. I've only tried 2 out of these 3 and neither are my favorite. I don't know. But I like this bongo sound. I'm gonna be boring, I'm gonna say vanilla. Actually, I don't love chocolate ice cream. Horse flesh? What the fuck? Yeah, I'll have to look for that next time I'm in an ice cream place. My favorite flavor is pain. The Huntress, same. Well, when the Trapper said it, I thought it sounded ridiculous, but now the Huntress has said it, I'm completely on board for pain-flavored ice cream. Spirit, same here. And the Wraith is just being all quiet and mysterious. Mine is vanilla, swirled with pain. That's a good answer, actually. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself. But enough about ice cream, am I right? Hold on a second. This reminds me. I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator, you rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. They all have dental issues, that's why ice cream is painful for them. Do they? I hadn't noticed. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Oh, I said I had to do what I'm told to survive, but no, I'm committed to saying vanilla. Best flavor is vanilla. You got a reading comprehension problem? I just told you mint chip was where it's at. You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right, I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control. But don't you forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? I see. I wonder how long this will go on. Best flavor is vanilla. A rebel, eh? Not in my dating sim. You have to understand, it feels very good to end someone else's game. You should try it. What? Wow. Okay. I guess he wasn't kidding. I got the first game over for being disobedient. Let's try again. Wonder where it'll take me back to. Oh, derailed. Showing up. Also, nitwit. Go through this again. Skip through it. This is a timed quiz, so you rushed through all this before for some reason. It will be very important later. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. Sapphy's secret, the VTuber, is very attractive. Look at me. Look at me. Huh. For real. Look at me. I am adorable. See? Behold my adorableness. We'll stick with the same answers I gave before. Thank you, Phoenix Doll. Dream job. Don't dream of labor. Alright, let's just go along with it now. Brenda, I can second that as an expert in adorableness. Gestures of unrelated bachelor's degree. Ah, hello Horinda, and also thank you. And you've got a bachelor's degree, so you must be an expert. That's how that works, right? Bachelor of expertise. How are you going, Horinda? I hope you're well. The best flavor is mint chip. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. I wouldn't bet on it. This isn't a lesson I'm going to learn. Now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on the whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. Oh, he's smiling now. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Aw. He seems like a good friend. What's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time. But the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Okay, I feel like I'm relating a lot to the character who has already been described by herself as a stereotypical goth. Am I a stereotypical goth? Don't answer that, we already know the answer. He's really sad. Yeah. He's a bit. Doing good, but I'm going to have to dip so I can wake up for work and not eat on my desk. Have a good multi-date. Thank you for stopping by, Horinda. I hope you rest well. I kinda am a stereotypical goth. It's so true. I really am. Just me and Spirit. Like peas in a pod or something. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no, wait, I'm remembering the Spirit's story now. That's almost exactly what happened. I don't remember her story. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bums get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. She's just like a big golden retriever murderer. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. Oh, sick burn. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. Ah! Sometimes it zooms through the text. That's unfortunate. Don't know what that glitch is about. Wonder if my mouse is getting stuck. So, we just missed a bunch of text. Stop speaking entirely, actually. Or just, I think they had an argument and it's fair enough to just tune those out, if we're being honest. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. We're done playing. Let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. Me too, Wraith. Me too. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? Well, on the one hand, I also hate the sun and like chilling out. On the other hand, I want to play volleyball with Huntress, because that's what she wants to do. I hate that I interrupted your game. You should finish it. Yay, I love to play outdoors. I also love to meet new people. This is a hilarious and adorable characterization of Huntress. I also love to bring them home to play. Oh my. I'm sort of a big kid at heart. Obviously you are too. I like you already. I hate people who are too serious. They ruin everything. Well, they do if you don't handle them swiftly. Now, do we suppose that's innuendo or a threat? Or both? Hold on. Claudette? Claudette says hold on. I don't know who Claudette is. Dwight, for just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. I'm pretty sure they're survivors you can play as. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. That wasn't a very dramatic musical flourish. Or very musical. Or even very flourish, really. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry, anyway. I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you could do is help us get off this Dwight? Yes, pardon me, please, follow us. Hey, narrator? Yes? Something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight. Did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Obviously I shouldn't. Escape? Them? Oh no 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 no. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island though. Oh right, that. Yes, it's true he was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway, a couple of miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodation than this island. One of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter. Mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. But what'll it be? Oh, no, I'm still gonna do volleyball. It made Huntress happy. That's what this playthrough's about. Wow, it's so exciting to have someone else into athletics on the island. Spirit and Wraith is so boring, and Trapper is so predictable, relying on brute strength to win games. He has no respect at all for grace and skill. It's such a Huntress thing to say. Grace, skill, throwing axes with deadly accuracy across the field. Thank goodness you didn't choose the yacht. What kind of person wants to be a sitting duck in the middle of the open ocean? You're just asking for a sneak attack from an elk. Okay. That was kind of a lol random thing, but I dislike boats, so I definitely wasn't choosing the yacht. Wondered how long it would take for her to bring up an elk attack. Game's starting up again. Make sure you're watching close. She's really something, huh? Elk don't swim. That depends on which type of elk you're talking about, because moose sure as shit swim. Live in the forest long enough and you'll see an elk swim. Believe you me. I believe you, but my character seems not to. Cheer for me, cute stuff? Oh, look how sparkly her blood-soaked mask is. The killers resumed their place on the volleyball court and resumed the match they were playing before you arrived. Hey, fancy a lemonade? I see you're working up a thirst eyeing those bouncing bums playing volleyball. Well, leering is thirsty work, I guess. Claudette hands you your lemonade. Oof, so fresh, so tart. She leans in and whispers in your ear. Who would you bet on to win, Who's the MVP of your little heart? You're nervous. You don't want any of these killers to hear you talking about them, or not talking about them if they're into that sort of thing. Just pick someone, please. It's not like we've got all day, night, week, month, year, lifetime, eternity or anything. Who put sand in that guy's shorts? Sheesh. Okay, I think, betting on my bay. Huntress? Oh shoot, Huntress overheard you. Aw, you've got your eye on me? I'm flattered that you think I'm good, but honestly, I'm a little annoyed that I've been so flashy with my moves. Usually I am so sneaky that you can barely see me at all. Sneaky is not how I would describe Huntress as a killer. I've only played as her a few times, but she's very noisy. Huntress is totally kicking my butt. Correct answer. I'm allowed to support the other people on this island, right? Oh jeez, I have no idea what the rules are here. Are there even rules? I should have stated my secret Larry. My secret Larry. Okay. The Wraith is weird. He's not quite the quiet, mysterious type I thought he was. Wow, what a game! It's a tie! Can there even be a tie in volleyball? No one knows, since this is everyone's first time playing. You know, I don't know either. I wanted to get into volleyball, but I haven't, so I don't know anything about it. These killers don't usually have time for team sports amid their busy schedule of brutally tearing survivors to shreds. Hey, is Claudette crying? Are you okay, Claudette? Probably just shedding a tear for her lost fellow survivors. You know, this resort had 4 employees when it opened. It's nothing, I'm totally fine. Whatever you say, boss. Oh look, the killers have dispersed and are all cooling down in their own way. Spirit is reading a novel. Trapper is stretching sensuously between chainsaw curls. Wraith is standing on the beach, desperately hoping the sand will swallow him up. What even is the Wraith's character? He's weird. You feel a nudge. Dwight is looking at you expectantly. You should really make a move. Life is short. You could get snuffed out at any time of day. Carpe diem. Carpe PM. Carpe nowum. Go ahead, chat one of them up. Which killer has caught your eye? I missed what Huntress was doing, but we'll stick to the plan. You head over to Huntress. After all, this whole sporty hangout thing was her idea. Might as well see how she's doing. You are really great out there. Where'd you learn to move like that? Whose moves? Mime's moves? These moves? They're nothing. Huntress blushes a bit from beneath her mask. It's cute on cute if you ask me. Sometimes you gotta look past some bloodstains. This game is making a lot of assumptions about me. A lot of men have run for their lives in my presence. You really learn a lot about what the human body is capable of in those types of scenarios. I love to exercise, in a way. We're all running for our lives when we keep in shape. That is... You know, that makes sense. I totally get where she's coming from. I guess I've never thought of fitness that way. That's true, I haven't. Maybe it's time to start. You never know who's coming for you, through the brush, as fast as they can, propelled forward by hunger, desperation, or just plain old boredom. Aha! Oh, that wacky Huntress and her murders. Doesn't seem like boredom is going to be your problem, surrounded by all of these characters. Survival, on the other hand? You're going to need to compensate for your lack of a killer instinct. What's your style? Ooh, I'm gonna say imagination. What I lack in fitness, I try to make up for in imagination. I like to make up little games for myself to play. My imagination is very vivid. I can imagine the two of us, panting, sweating, our clothes torn. I'm with you. Our hands gripping the sheer face of a cliff's rock wall as we climb. Not exactly where I was going, but sure. Up to a cavern entrance, a dark cave, slick with dew, shimmering in the moonlight. And back with you. A pack of wolves await us there. Friends, enemies, dinner. We look into each other's eyes, then back at the wolves, and together we all howl. Howl! Well, that went a lot of places. It sure sounds exciting. My blood is pumping just thinking about it. Come on, everyone. The fun and games can't be over already. I get it. Volleyball, not ruthless enough. Look at us. We crave action. We crave excitement. We crave the thrill of the hunt. I'm not sure that everybody does. It's time to see if our friend here has the hunter's instinct. Oh, that's a far less friendly expression than she usually has. I saw you surveying me like prey on the volleyball court, Sapphy. Huntress waves a bloody axe in the air and you step back nervously before you realize she's not waving it at you. She's handing it to you. Oh dear. Is this a bad time to mention that even though I like playing as Huntress, I'm really bad at it? I've really only been any half good at playing as Trapper. Don't worry, I've got several of these, and more in lots of cabinets. It's important to hone your skills, especially when you're in a new place where threats may lurk around every corner. You need to make sure that you are the biggest threat of all. Just don't aim those things at me. You can't even see me. Mini-games consist of 2 parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction, and on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. This is kind of like the generator QuickTime event. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer while over the target to win. Fail to land on the target and you will lose. Achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? I think we're ready. Go for it. Away we go, show 'em what you got. Perfect. 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 Oof. Not bad. There's more to this game than just reading. I got the trophy. Did it pop up? It did pop up, but my avatar blocked it. I'm impressed. A worthy opponent. I mean, could have been better, but who's keeping score? The narrator was. I was. I only missed the last one though, so that's pretty good. For the record, I am, and you got 9 points. Oh. Out of 10, I imagine. Hatchet throwing? Cool, I guess. I like my stabbing to be a bit more up close and personal. Somewhere a loud horn blows and the survivors snap into action. Time's up. You heard him. Get to the next activity. The next activity is mealtime? How quaint. I expect it's not actually going to be quaint. You're expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. That makes sense. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'll find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh great, terrific, it seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Have we got a Trickster? Oh, hello Trickster. Trickster is here. Surprised? Yeah, well they don't call him Expected Stuff. That's such a me joke, and I actually find it really funny. I'm sorry. Even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Sapphy. Real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the. They can't sit. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous, sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Wait, did I not have to... I thought for sure there was going to be like a arrange the seating mini game. The night's meal is prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply cannot divulge. The trapper, my favorite, he says. Meat is good, says the huntress. Meat is murder, says Wraith. So Wraith is that a good thing? Which you'd know considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? Right, Spirit? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's like technically true. Technically true? It's the best kind of true. Oh, it's doing it again. Really hate that. I wonder. Let's see if I can deal with it later. When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. Oh. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? Is it people? Is the food people? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. But there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change. 'Cause I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? I say twain, Trapper, and so does Huntress. Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Funny joke. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. Ugh, you two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Girl, that is not a gorgeous katana. That is a very poorly cared for katana. I think I like Spirit the most, to be honest. I mean, that doesn't shock me. I like her a lot as well. But, that's just because I feel like I very much am the Spirit in some of the things she says. The hell it is. Well, I'll show you both my katana and send you to an actual hell if you like. Please stop, please. I hate when we fight, or talk, or when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azarov. Great, instead of slicing it up, you can club it into a second death. The Wraith is weird, but I like him. He's so awkward. That's what type he is. He's the awkward type. Hey Sapphy, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up dinner. Otherwise this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapon for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. I do not believe that the Spirit cares about maintaining her sword. It's atrocious. Also, the Huntress' hers is still bloodstained. That's not good maintenance. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason, they're always terrified of tetanus. Well, that's just sensible. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Minigames consist of two parts. Oh, this is the instructions again. Ready. Away we go. Slice. Oh, not bad. Perfect. Oh. Oh, that was perfect. Cool. Not doing nearly as well this time. Oof. Kind of terrible. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. I think I'm with you on this one, Spirit. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Only 2 of them are wearing masks. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be really embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean, I don't think they are all dead. Come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who have been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be. They're just trying to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The 2 best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Sapphy. Number 2 is no number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. You know, that second one sounds pretty good, but I wouldn't like to not eat. I enjoy eating. Food is good. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in spectral form. I did notice that. Do you see how deep this cut in my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. Written like someone who's never had dinner with my family. Look at I said that. But even worse, they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation. Why? What do you want to tell them? I want to tell them... I don't know that they'd be open to criticism. I don't know that I have... Let's just go with look, a seagull. Phoenix still knows what I'm talking about. Alright, my family will never see this. Wow, that was a very mean-spirited joke, and I don't like making mean-spirited jokes in general, but especially on stream. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Look, a 3-headed monkey, or a seagull in this case. Yeah. Enough about me. Let's talk about sexy killers. Wow, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Sapphy. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull... Uh-oh, he just made a lot of good points. I swear, you're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to survive here. Need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor and guide. Narrator to the narrator. The ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here. I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? That is pretty terrible. But this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Alright, we're at the start of a new scene, and it is time for me to take a little break. So, I'm gonna stretch, I'm gonna have some water. I suggest you do the same, do all that self-caring that you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. we are back. And we're waking up on a beach to find Huntress holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Which, I mean, if we had to pass out and be poisoned or whatever, that's a best case scenario, really. Oh good, you're okay. Sometimes when I try and care for people, they have a way of ending up less alive than when I started. Aw, that's sweet. At least the music is telling me it's sweet. Which would be a total bummer if that happened to you. It's been so long since I had a normal, happy, healthy living person around. Usually I'm just falling into the same old routine and bashing everyone's head open with a hatchet before I really get to know who they are as a person. But you're not nearly as scared or too busy writhing in pain to see me for me. You feel nervous in her arms, not just because they're maybe crushing you a little bit, but because she's beautiful. Yes, beautiful. But I was just going to narrate that fact, you know? Not say it out loud as a single word like some creep. Beautiful mask. Your body mask. It's quite gorgeous. Nice recovery. But now that you're awake and talking, you gotta keep this up. Hold on. I have read many a romance novel, and being so overcome that all you can do is mutter beautiful is an entirely appropriate thing to do in this genre, in this situation. Oh, maybe in this genre. I guess I'm not sure what genre this is exactly, but I'm assuming I'm acting under the presumption that it is a romance. Because it being about 4 killers doesn't make it all that different to a lot of the romance books I read. But now that you're awake and talking, you gotta keep this up. Did you make it yourself? You're the first person to ever ask me that. Yes, I did. You seem so quirky and cool. You could do anything. Own an Etsy store, be a doctor. Why is it that you kill people? Huntress sighs. You could practically see the memories flickering across her eyes. She hasn't tried to kill you yet, so that's a good sign. It's all I was ever taught to do as a young girl, so I thought it was right. I mean, that makes sense. Even through the mask, you can see that the Huntress is blushing a bit. It seems like your line of questioning has made her a little nervous. Hey, you didn't eat much at dinner. Want a snack? She offers you some jerky. Probably human jerky, but her spice game is on point because it smells pretty damn good. I accept. When on Murderer's Island, you might as well eat as the killers do. Plus, you really are hungry, and you can chow down on jerky sensually, right? I mean, I definitely can. I don't know about you. I'd love some. After a moment of quiet chewing on what you choose to believe is not human thigh meat, you decide to be bold and ask another question. Have you ever been in a relationship before? Dang, you're really going there? You do not play around, Sapphy. Huntress takes a moment to think deeply before answering. I must say, it's quite amusing to see this hulking bombshell get all twisted up with these personal questions. Kudos to you, Sapphy. There was this one deer that looked at me quite provocatively at a clearing once, but that doesn't count, does it? I don't think it does. You hear the faintest giggles bubble out from behind Huntress's mask. Well, that's interesting because her mask does not cover her mouth, or even go around her mouth, so if there's giggling bubbling out from behind her mask, I'd love to know where it's coming from. You're so cute, Huntress. No, it doesn't count. I mean, it's true, she's adorable. Whoa, what's this? You found something in the sand. Huntress reaches down to pick it up. Is it another severed head? It's a hair clip. Probably left by some little girl who was playing on the beach long ago who is definitely still alive and not at all dead. Huntress closes the bag of jerky with the hair clip. Convenient. Seems like she's a little mixed up on how exactly this particular item works. Should you go with the flow or show off some of your knowledge of advanced humaning? Oh gosh, I'm not sure what to do here. What do we think? Go with the flow or show her a thing or two? I'm inclined to just go with the flow because like, a hair clip to seal a bag is actually pretty normal, right? Huntress is admittedly a little scary. Might be best not to correct her at this moment. What if she gets upset? She could probably kill you with nothing more than this very clip itself, wielded as a blade in her nimble fingers. But honestly, would she even need the clip? Certainly her bare hands are enough to get the job done, if you know what I mean. You take a gulp thinking about just how fragile your puny little neck is. Also, between the fainting human jerky and the probably dead girl's hair clip, you're feeling ready to get back to the group and have a lie down. At the same time? Good thinking. Wouldn't want that jerky to dry out. I hate to break this to you, but never mind. Wow. Me. Wow. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the breach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute float points was not a part of this evening's activities. Well, get wrecked, cause I did it. That is strictly slotted for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. I can do it twice. Being sick, no time for excuses. Well, there is, but it's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, go, go! Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry. You hasn't been sticking to the schedule. Smooth. That means we're behind on time for evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? That'll never go as well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you. To embrace your fate. Sorry everyone, I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. I mean, that happens. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald, if you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time to help me, I'll snap your head off so quick and then I'll drown you in this blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash and slice. Donald and Cynthia, is he talking about Dwight and Claudette? We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so Sapphy, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Seems kind of inevitable. Let's go with Huntress. Whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Huntress steps up to tell her story. The campfire flickers in her faraway eyes. There is a village outside the deep and ominous redwood. No child dared step foot past the threshold of thick trees and brush that separated safety from the unknown. Grown men that ventured in often would never return, and the sounds that echoed out into the village were something inhuman. The women of the town told a story to the young children, hoping that it would be enough to dissuade them from curious exploration beyond the boundaries of the village. They told of a creature that lurks in the woods, half woman, half beast, singing like a siren, haunting, beautiful, her voice the last relic of her humanity, that lulls all who hear into her domain, and not precious child nor fierce soldier can escape once you are in her clutches. Those who have seen her say she wears a mask of a hair stained with blood of so many poor souls. The hatchet she wields has been brought down brutally on the skull of many an unsuspecting hunter. The nightmare doesn't end there, for what's a hungry beast to do in the frigid winters with nothing but hunter meat to live off? It is said that the Huntress, as the villagers called her, couldn't bring herself to kill the young girls she came across in the forest. Instead, they'd suffer an even worse fate. Longing for a child of her own, she'd bring them back to her secluded cabin to keep them safe. She'd wrap a tight cord of rope around their necks and affix them to the wall. That way, they'd be warm. That way, they'd be out of harm's way. The Huntress would even bring the girls presents. Toys she'd pilfered from other bodies, masks she'd fashioned out of things from the cottage, and little dolls made of grass and twigs. But these toys did nothing to quell the children's fear. Within days, the girls would waste away from starvation and dehydration. For all her good intentions, the Huntress had never learned how to care for a human child. You see a tear creep down from underneath Huntress's mask. Suddenly, the most beautiful singing voice you've ever heard fills the air. Sleep, my darling tiny one, tucked away within your bed so tight, else the old grey wolf will come and grab you by your side. There's a brief moment of silence. You feel the need to contribute to this stirring moment. I'm gonna join in singing. Why not? Let's be creepy. I'll snatch you up between his teeth. On the bed's edge you sleep. Drag you to the forest deep beneath the quaking tree. Huntress can't believe you know this song. You sure share an intimate glance across the campfire. Hey, correct choice. Close your eyes and fall asleep. Count the little woolly sheep. Tuck so tightly you must keep. He will come for you. The song ends and you are both met with silence around the campfire. I love that song. Bayu Bayu, Bayu Bayushka, the old Soviet lullaby, right? It's the song my mother used to sing to me before bed every night. But now I must go. The memories, they are so much. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up off for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves you when you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely, mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I want. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of these cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Huntress approaches you. Of course you liked my story. Who wouldn't? It had everything. Cute kids, dead men, a huntress. Yeah, who wouldn't? I find that all stories are better with the sound of a burning fire filling the air around you. That I agree with. All the smoke, however, I could do without. I'd rather eat barbecue than smell like it. Let's rinse off all that campfire with a dip in the hot tub, shall we? Dipping in hot tubs with the huntress? You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. Not for like that. Just don't forget about our little talk. No, I haven't forgotten, Island. I'm well aware of why I'm here. Ocean. I'm well aware of why I'm here. You and your storyteller friend slipped into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion can handle it. Before you run off, I wanted to make something clear. You know that half-woman, half-beast I was talking about in my story? That's me. I'm her. Oh, what? You mean the character in your story called the Huntress, who hunts people, is you? Wow. Yeah, I got that. Figured it out pretty quickly, actually. Oh, well, I just wanted you to know, in case you thought, you see, I was doing a thing where I tell the story in third person, but it turns out the story is about me. Oh. I embarrassed her, my bad. Huntress' eyes leer at you from behind her mask. She's had her time in the spotlight and is playing coy now. I'm not going to call out her tired storytelling. I will chuckle awkwardly. I am good at being awkward. Why are you laughing? I can't help but giggle when I'm both about to die and also maybe falling in love. Ugh, so true. You can't believe how awkward this intimidating woman seems right now. It's actually pretty endearing. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly, despite your steamy company. It's a little chilly and your bare shoulders must be freezing. Let's head back to the fire and put me to bed, eh? I hate to intrude on whatever smooth moves you're about to unveil themselves, but it's time for bed. Usually nighttime is when I do my best hunting. But after a day like today, even I'm pretty tuckered out. Will I see you tomorrow, Sapphy? Only if I don't see you first. You make a cute little bow hunting motion. Bow hunting motion? Bow hunting motion? Oh, bow hunting motion. Huntress catches the imaginary arrow you shoot in her teeth. And then bites down hard, snapping it in half. At least you think that's what she's doing. It's kinda hard to tell. Wow, she's so awkward. Just like me, for real. Good night, my little snack. I'm not sure that wasn't a reference to actually eating you. Oh, we can live in hope, can't we? You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Huntress's story of the half-human beast that abducted all those innocent children, an attempt to save them that led to their doom. Are you a mistaken prisoner here on this island? Is this your salvation, or will it be your demise? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive, their now familiar, creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and a blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types who want to rob of their beauty sleep. Oh, we've got another minigame. I guess it's a special minigame. There's no winning or losing. Wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. If it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if they don't tell them. I don't know that I fully understood that, but let's give it a try. Away we go. As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial to fix it. Let's go 100. See what's on this station. Oh, that might be a bit much. That sounded kind of loud. We don't want something too loud. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? Huntress. Huntress, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Huntress appears in an instant. You really didn't hear her coming. Well, if she wasn't singing, that means she's probably not hunting me. Humming. She hums as she hunts you. She's more than happy to tell you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. If a Soviet lullaby doesn't work, this special mushroom tea has always done the trick. I don't like the sound of mushroom tea. I'm not into that. But I'm not coating the blade of my hatchet in it to ease the passing of my victims. I'm steeping it in a piping hot mug of water. Try it. Okay. You do. You finally start to feel sleepy. Except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Okay, so it wasn't really tea. There you go. That's a little concerning, but I probably shouldn't be surprised, or I shouldn't be as surprised as I am that her tea was actually some sort of paralytic toxin. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky. By now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one's still undeniably odd. Really worked up a sweat watching those killers toss the ball around, huh? Would it have hurt so much to go splash around in some cool ocean waves afterwards? I'm just saying, I'm out here, you know? You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Oh dear. Magic mushroom? Not a good kind of magic. Wraith stares at you, awkwardly. He says nothing, just stares. You look around to see if there's something going on behind you or on either side. But nope, just staring. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with the Huntress right before bedtime. Are you making some sort of a alliance? Are you with... Wraith scans the horizon. Them? I'm just making sure you are who you say you are. I've been burned before, and something seems off on this island since you've arrived. Even more off than usual. Maybe we could talk more about that tomorrow? It's just since you got here, I think we could have a really nice day tomorrow. Together. Just, you have no idea how long I've been here with these monsters. To be honest, I have no idea either. They're just awful. Boring and loud and stupid. You're different. There's finally someone here on my level. You're thoughtful, interesting, gentle. I think we could, have fun. I could show you some cool stuff if you want. If you don't, that's totally cool. I get it. No pressure. In fact, probably just forget I was here. Good night. Oh, I'm sorry, Wraith. I like you. You seem like a pretty chill dude. Love to be your friend, but I'm really just here to woo Huntress. Finally alone, for real this time, maybe, you drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Maybe I'll come back and, date Wraith in a different playthrough. Wait a second, where are we? This isn't... Oh geez, it is. One of those reality show confessional rooms where all of the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today went... Okay, I didn't see this coming. This game has taken another turn for the silly. I'm here for it. I think today went really well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. No, I don't think I'd ever picked up that she's Russian. I don't know if that's explicit in her backstory in the game, or maybe I'd just forgotten. So I'm counting today as a win, no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say? Oh, I do? Okay. Attractive, mysterious. I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mum in the woods until she was skewered by an elk, and I had to wash her entrails off my seraphim. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I for one will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major, but that's unfair to the Spirit. She's cool. Trapper? Oof. Where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I'd be perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm as fit as a fiddle. She certainly is. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. Aw, what an adorable smile. An adorable, blood-soaked smile. I'm being honest, I want to kill just about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them. Even the few people I can tolerate, I want to see suffer for a long time before I kill them. But for this person, for some reason, I would like them to continue living. For now. One false step and well, you know, everyone calls me Trapper for a reason. They better call me Trapper. I swear, if I watch this later and you list me as Evan, I'm gonna kill the Chiron guy. That was a really silly joke, but it made me laugh. The Wraith, I don't really care. This island is full of people who don't really like me, so what's one more? I don't want to get distracted from my plan anyways. Have you ever felt absolutely nothing inside? I have, the Spirit. I have. It's fine. Still alive. Trophy unlocked. You open your eyes. The sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky. And you feel great too. Totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire but woke up several yards down the beach? Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? I have my doubts. Poor Wraith. Poor Spirit. Yeah. I do feel bad for them. I feel like they both just really need a friend. And I would happily be their friend. They might kill me, but, you know, that's just what friends are for sometimes, I guess, or something. Wait, no, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why, I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. Well, it could be a nightmare, but they don't have any of the licensed characters in the game, so I wouldn't count on seeing Freddy, and so I wouldn't count on it being a nightmare. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? And talk about sexy, here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off right. Oh, okay. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. I, for one, am not so sure. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. Do they? Do we? Do I? I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. His bat bends in weird ways. Is it like made of foam? Or is it inflatable because he's a trickster so it's not real? I don't know anything about the trickster really. Not a killer I've played with or that I think I've ever been killed by. Budgeting issues. Also, I am just swamped with engagements, especially on the other islands. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the never mind, he left. Well, at least he brought me a cup of... No wait, don't drink that. What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. And he definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coffee. And I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you. Yeah. He's kinda hot. Yeah. Yeah, I think he pales in comparison to the others on the islands. He's maybe hotter than Trapper. I gotta say, I don't know if it's the characterization or what, but Trapper's really not doing much for me. That was almost certainly not oh, yeah, read that. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise. The type of place you give a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up to review it. Not an eternal prison of pain. And please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? Here, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hands? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me, and become their watery grave. Hey, do you reckon I could date the ocean? Is getting tingles from the ocean right now. Maybe that's just the water pressure. Speaking of graves, I'd like to say something of grave importance. Puns too? Ah. Well, if things don't work out with the Huntress, I'm definitely hitting up the ocean. I am DTS. Down to swim. Actually, speaking of graves, I'd like to... Oh, read that. Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror, still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, thumbs up review, if it was crafted with love and or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean is right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent, and whenever possible, stop. Oh, I skipped that. Words. Sometimes there are small bugs or inconsistencies, and that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of a creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh sure, they make great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course. Apologies, Sapphy. Last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the islands? What do you mean last few minutes aside? I was enjoying the last few minutes too. Yes, I've been having a lovely time. Yes, it's been really entertaining. Yes, I'm not suspicious. There's no option. Honestly, I've been having a lovely time. I think the game thinks that I should be, like, intimidated or worried or whatever, but I've been enjoying this thoroughly. Unironically. This seems great. If I were to summarize my time here, I'd call it a lovely time. Oh, lovely. We love to hear that, because isn't that what this place is all about? Finding love? That's, as I understand it, is the premise. No. Oh. Shut up, Dwight. You'll get us all killed. Again. And again. And again. We do need to ask you one more question, though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? Sure. Yes, I would hereby agree to participate in a verbal contract stating that I, Sapphy, will never say anything negative about my stay here on the island. Alright, chat, if I ever seem like I'm going to say something negative about the island, you have to remind me that I've signed a contract. Verbally signed a verbal contract. Perfect. Delightful. Excellent. Yes. Hey Sapphy, it's so totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games, resorts like this. Anyway, I didn't read any reviews of this game, if I'm being honest. I barely even read the blurb for the game. I just saw Dead by Daylight dating sim and was like, heck yeah, have my money, give me game. I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, and with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can only mean one thing. Time for more cannibalism! Breakfast. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon, and so much for maintaining these beach pods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. You're gonna get some strawberries here, a yogurt. Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. Okay, well, I don't watch my sodium intake, unless watching my sodium intake means watching for opportunities to have more sodium. And I kinda want the pancakes and bacon. You can have pancakes and bacon with strawberries anyway. Take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experience. Yeah, the narrator is so far my least favorite character, I think. I probably dislike the narrator at least as much as I dislike Trapper. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. Looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I'll be honest, I didn't expect you to survive yesterday, so congrats, I guess. Technically, I did the first time. I already got a game over. I didn't realize the narrator could kill me though, so there you go. Whether you survive today is 50-50 at best. Good luck! Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breakfast. Nope. Now Huntress steps up to talk about her feelings. Aww. I feel a stirring inside my animal heart. Something I've never felt before. It's almost like the feeling right before I go in for the kill. But softer. Warmer. Oh, that's so sweet. Sounds like it could be love. Or maybe just indigestion from all that raw beef she had last night. Oh well, that surely must be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during breakfast to... And just like that, here comes Spirit. It's fine, I want to hear what Spirit says. If I look especially well rested this morning, it's not because I slept well. As you know, I'm much too dedicated to finding revenge to ever sleep again. But because you all really left me alone yesterday, being my best, not constantly annoyed self. And I thank you for that. Okay. You are welcome. Now if you don't mind, I'm going to go back to quietly resting, being trapped here with you all, while looking cute doing so. I mean, no lies detected there. He's adorable. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Ah, perfect. There he is. Take us home, Wraith. I'm glad the introduction of Sapphy to our island paradise, and yeah, that was in quotations, didn't distract from my normal routine, ignoring all of you and vice versa. I mean, if that's what you want, bro, okay. This place is an eternal prison of suspicion and suffering, and no one cares. I'm still the only one asking any questions. Not gonna argue. I'm asking a question too. It's, when will Wraith shut up? Trapper wasn't so murderous and capable at murder. I'd sass him right now, but he is, and so I won't. It hurts me inside to not be able to sass someone. Now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep him wanting more. You're getting good at this game. Sexy true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. Why didn't I just take my breakfast with me? After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess. That is okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers. Emphasis on fine. But it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, Narita. And that is true, and that is a problem. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, stick it in there. A little more, a little more. Oh yeah, that's it, yes. How does that feel? Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. Now I want you to take that and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that. Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea these two would do, whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh wow, look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on, a little privacy, please. Dwight is panting and Claudette has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and that I could hear you. Well, you know, wait. I kind of assumed there was going to be some sort of reveal that they were doing something completely normal and innocent. So what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing... I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like, fun? You think 2 people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Yeah, that checks out. Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him? Dwight? Ha 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 ha! You don't have to laugh that hard, they get it. Ha ha ha, Angie laughs. My life is a nightmare and yet somehow it's never worse than right now. Oof. Sorry, bro. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry wounds. Oh, click too soon again. Words. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A cragmedy. Cragmedy? Cragmedy? Look, I consider myself something of a connoisseur on pimentos, and that one's a terrible one. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where are we? Oh yeah. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday wasn't short a lot. So far, today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving true, centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up the sun in a heated pool. Today you're on a date with you. That sounds kind of sad and boring. That isn't like... Surely not. That would be a terrible dating sim. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. Oh dear. But it's no tree at all, it's... Oh, I was really worried it was going to be Trapper, but this is fine. Hey babe. Bro, you don't have any nipples. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing their feelings? How they're feeling? What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy, kinda lazy. Whatever though, breakfast is dumb. You take that back. I have just lost all respect for him. No one should eat before noon, or after 4 PM. Sounds kind of unhealthy. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. Seen my abs, by the way? Oof. The trickster just became so much less attractive. Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right, I could give you a private show. Why did that make him angry? Catch you around. His abs are pretty amazing. Gotta give him that. And the blow-up bat, threatening but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette, genius design. That explains it, it's a blow-up bat. He's a psychopath just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. For once I agree with the narrator. And we're not best friends, just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking, it's not an open invitation. You're smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Hey, now that that guy is gone and we've got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Ah yes, Huntress. That makes sense. You two have gotten pretty cozy. This is who we want to see. We should get out of here. I know a place that's quiet, out of the way. No one will be able to hunt us, hear us there. Doesn't that sound intriguing? But immediately a flood of worry floods your brain. Should you pack a picnic, bring your swimsuit, a pocket knife? You decide to bring as much as you can. You may have to make a run for it at some point and you should be prepared. But of course you washed up on this island with nothing but the clothes on your back, so you've got nothing to gather. Are you really ready for this? They call her the Huntress, not the Hugstress. Well, I'm gonna start calling her the Hugstress. That's a great name. You look up at this towering goddess, trying to form a sentence when suddenly, before you can decide if you want to go off with her, the Trapper interjects. Damn it, Trapper. I demand that you reconsider. Why settle for a bunny with a hatchet when you can have everything you ever wanted? That doesn't make any sense, Trapper. The bunny with the hatchet is what I wanted. Tough choice. Weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying anything wrong. It's always good to remember that these are all cold-blooded killers. But you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then die horribly, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. I've lost count of how many times that's happened to me. Sorry, this island has really got me tilted. So who will it be? It's not even a competition. I gotta go with Huntress. Whee! Look at her, she's so excited. Adorable. Forest friend, is that blood on your mask or are you just happy to see me? Alright. I'm actually gonna stop there. It's been almost 2 hours. I was only gonna do a short stream and this is slightly less short than I had planned. But I wanted to at least get a scene break. And here we are. So if we go save. Do you want to overwrite this save file? Yes I am. Close, main menu. And then let's come back up here to big screen mode. Alright. I can still hear the game. Quit the game. There we go. I'm a little tired of that tropical bongo background music. I was listening to it a lot even before stream. So far, if this game needs anything else, it's a bit more variety in background music, I think. But, you know, it's a small, cheap, silly game, so I can't say I've got too high standards for it. And so far, those very moderate standards have been met. It's very silly, it's very fun. That is literally what I wanted it to be. This is probably the first I've really committed to playing a visual novel of any kind. Yeah, I think there's one other. I played some Monster Prom, but I don't think I've played that as much as I've played this now. We should play some Monster Prom sometime. That's another kind of obscure, strange little funny dating game. Anyway, a whole new world. But for now, we're gonna end there. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for chatting, those who chatted. I hope you enjoyed watching Hooked on You. I will be back. Maybe Saturday. Maybe not. Maybe Saturday. Maybe Monday. I was doing 3 days consecutively before. I'd like to get back into my pre-New Year schedule. I've missed streaming. I've missed playing silly games with chat. Anyway, enough rambling. Thank you all. Be well. Rest well. Take care. Bye bye.